Okay. So the last class we discussed about what is the profile, definition of the profile, and also we discussed about two types of profiles. What are the two types of profiles?
Standard profile and custom profile.
Standard profile and custom profile. Okay. Now I guess we discussed about the definition of the standard profile, custom profile also.
Yeah.
Yes.
So today what we will do is we will create a profiles. Okay, we'll take a some example how to create profile. Now, so let's go to the account. So this is my org. Let's go to the setup. Now here company information. Company information. Now inside this company information, I could see what are the licenses are available with this org. Right? How many are there? I have a one Salesforce license and also I have a 3 platform license. Okay. Now what we will do today is we'll create a custom profile. Just a second. Okay, so we'll create a custom profile. One profile is with a Salesforce license because I have one Salesforce license remaining. One Salesforce license is remaining. Right? That means who used another Salesforce license? Who used another Salesforce license?
You're on.
Whoever is the owner is there,
Owner.
that person has already used the license. Right? That person is already used the license. Okay. Now let's go ahead and create. Now I have a one Salesforce license. That means how many users I can create it? One user I can create it. And I have a 3 platform Salesforce platform licenses. There are 3 platform licenses I have. How many users can I create it?
3 users.
3 users I can create it. Now between this license and user, what I'm going to do is 3 users platform and one is Salesforce. In between this, I'm going to create some custom profile, which is called as a P1. Okay, and here also I'm going to create a custom profile, which is for the P2. This is for the platform license and another one is for platform 1. Another one is for Salesforce license. Now let's go ahead and the scenario is create a custom profile. How many custom profiles? 2 custom profiles we are going to create. So one is for Salesforce license. How to create a custom profile? Click on new profile. And then we have to choose the existing profile. Choose the existing profile. Along with that, we have to choose the license. License automatically comes when we choose the profile. And give a name to new profile name is new custom profile. let's say that SIT Salesforce profile. This is for Salesforce license. And I have another one called platform license. Platform license. Now I'll choose the existing profile and new custom profile name is SIT platform license, platform profile. So these are the two I'm going to create it. Okay, let's go to the profile. Profiles. Now click on the new profile. Now here we are going to see all the profile names including the standard and custom. Now which one do I am going to create it? I'm going to create a system admin profile, or I can create a standard user profile, or whoever is having the Salesforce license, I can take any profile. How do I know that who all having the Salesforce license? Here is the thing. So sorted with the user license, you can see here, there is a one which is a system administrator has a Salesforce license. System administrator has a Salesforce license. So what I'll do is I'll click on a new profile. I'll take a system administrator. Now I'll give here automatically the license it came as a Salesforce. SIT, I'll say that Salesforce profile. SIT Salesforce profile. As soon as I created it, what will say it is saying that custom profile and your license is Salesforce license, and I have a edit access for everything. Edit access is there for everything. I can edit custom object, standard object, tab setting, everything I can edit it. Okay. Sometimes what will happen is the view of the profile you might see different. Now you are seeing it everything in one page. Everything in one page like this. You can see all the options which are available, which you can click on view, whatever is there. As soon as you click on a profile, you can see all the options here. But sometimes what happens is as soon as you click on a profile, everything is hidden here. Everything is hidden. You cannot see directly the page layout. You cannot see the standard object like directly here. Where is that setting will be there? The setting will be, go to the setup and search for user interface. Search for user interface. So you have something called user interface here. Now inside this user interface, we have an option called enable or enhanced profile. There is an option called enable profile user interface. Customize of charter. Enable the ability of our admin to customize the charter user profile tabs if disabled. Is anybody able to see the different view of the profile here, or everybody able to see this profile?
I'm able to see only the same thing now.
Others?
Yeah, it's same.
For others? Is anybody who is seeing the different?
No, it's same.
Okay. Maybe developer addition does not have it. Okay. But we in real time, you will see the different view. Okay. So there is a one option which is available. Let me bring that. Just a second, let me connect my real time. Okay, I can see the same format. I guess maybe I do not see right now. They might have removed that option.
Is it on the edit option like you are talking about that?
No, not the edit option. So when we come to the profile level, you will not see these options. It is directly say that object information, apps information, you will not see these information. Right now, what is happening it, as soon as you come to the profile, you will be able to see all the detail section. So the
I think
detail
that will
section,
be in the lightning experience, I guess. I'm not sure.
when you say lightning experience, what does that mean?
You mean the layout of it, right? The layout of it changes.
No.
I think it will be in the lightning.
So we are in lightning, right?
Oh, this is the lightning. Okay.
Yeah, what was you talking like? What type of layout that you are talking about?
So it will be having something similar, like, let me show you that. So we were,
Yeah, I saw that layout somewhere, but I don't remember now how
so
I.
this is something you will see it.
Yeah,
You will not
yeah,
see
this
the
is.
detail section.
Yeah.
Okay, you will
Same
not
thing
see
I
the
saw.
detail section. As soon as you click on a profile, you see that object settings, app permission, Apex classes. But once you click on an object setting, then only you will go to the object information. Right now, what is happening? Everything you can see here. Everything you can see here. For this, there is a one option which is there in the user interface, which we used to have it is enhance profile user interface. So enable enhanced user profile interface. This was the one which used. We can see the different view of the profile. If you enable this, then you will see the different view of the profile. If you uncheck this, you will see different view of the profile. So that is going to happen, but right now I don't think so. They are doing it because I do not see that option here anymore.
Like once we open the profile from setup, at the time it's looking like that, right?
No, no. I'm not talking about the edit. I'm talking about the detail section. I'm talking about the detail section. So when you go to the profile, okay, as soon as you click on this profile, then you will see the different view. You will not see this view.
Okay.
That view is a different. So in case if you have a different view, go to the setup, customize user interface. There you will see enable enhanced profile user interface. Okay. I need to see that. Okay, that's okay. So right now we have created one custom object, which is SIT Salesforce profile, right? So SIT Salesforce profile. So what is the difference between the standard and custom? I can have a delete option which is available. Now I created one profile. Now we have to create another profile which is for the platform, platform user. Now this is a Salesforce platform. So I'm going to create SIT platform, which is a platform profile. So I'll create the same. Now I have a two profiles which are both are custom profile. I have two profiles which are custom profile. All right. So SIT Salesforce profile, SIT platform profile. Two custom profiles which I have created. Now, what are we going to do it? Now we are going to create a users. How many users we need? Total 4 users we are going to create it. 4 users we are going to create. Now, that means we are going to jump the topic on user management. User management. What is a user management? First of all, what is a user? What is the user? User is nothing but a person can access our salesforce.com, who can access our salesforce.com organization. Can you go on mute, whoever is not talking? User is nothing but a person who can access our salesforce.com organization. And user can be either an employee, or user can be a customer, or user can be a partner, or user could be an end user. Whoever is a user, doesn't matter. User is a user. Whoever is the user who can access our application features and manage the record inside our organization, right? Each user should be associated with a license and the profile. When we select a profile for user, the license automatically comes. Or when we create a profile, the license automatically comes. And while creating the user, it will ask user to select the license, as well as it will ask user to select the profile. Both we need to select it. License I have to select it. Profile also I need to select it. Now let's go how to add a user. First of all, where can we see all the user information? We can see all the user information in the user object. All user information we can see on user object. Now, while creating the user, what are the information that we have to create? What are the information that we have to give in order to create a user?
Username, user email.
Username, user email, and first name, last name, and we have a nickname. Nickname automatically Salesforce is going to populate. Alias and the email, and also we have a username. Username has to be unique. Username is also an email ID format, but it has to be unique. Unique all the region. Unique in all the regions. For example, you have a same user somewhere else, it will not allow. Username has to be unique. You cannot create a multiple users with the same username. And then we will give the company name, department, and then we will give division and more on. We will give other information. We will give other information. Right? So these all information we have to give in order to create a user. Now, whenever we are creating the user, these all user information. Now the second thing is that it will going to ask license. We have to select the required license from the pick list. It is going to show all the available license. While creating the user, the detail section or the new record, new window is going to show all the available licenses for this user. From that pick list, we have to choose the license. Then we have another one which we need to select it. Select the required profile. We need to select the required profile. The required profile also, it is going to show all the profile to the user. From that, we have to choose the related profile to the user. Then we have something called active checkbox. Active checkbox. This checkbox has to be true. That means if this checkbox is, if active checkbox is true, that means this user is active. They can access the Salesforce. If it is a false, then there is a, that means they are not able to access that. If it is a false, they cannot access our org. If it is a false, they cannot access our org. Now, once we have entered all the information, we are going to save the record. Save the record. Okay. Now observe that I'm going to create a, assume that I have created a user. I have created a user. Assume that I have created a user in Salesforce org. Once the user is created, right? Once the user is created, what we'll do, there is an email that goes out to the Salesforce. This is for the user level. Step 2 is activating the user account. Now in this activating the user account, what will happen is there is an email that goes to the Salesforce user. Email goes to the user. Who is the user? Whoever is the user that I have added here. And then I clicked on a save button. Then there is an email that goes out to the user saying that somebody added you in the Salesforce org. And what they have to do, they have to, user has to click on verify account button. User has to click on verify account button. Now on clicking on verify account button, it will ask you to enter the password and confirm password and confirm password. And then it is going to ask security questions. Security questions, as well as we have to answer those security questions. Once it is done, that means it is activated. Once it is done, that means it is activated. Now let's go ahead and create a user. Now where can I see the user information? All the user information, where can we see?
User.
User object. So inside the user object, we are going to create a new user. For which one are we going to create a new user? Salesforce
license.
Now let's go ahead and create a user. I'll give here. Okay, so 4 users. That means create 4 users. First user is Salesforce licensed user. And what is this username? Let's say that this username is user development. User development. I'm going to create a user development. And second one, we have a platform license. Rest 3 users, I'm going to create it for platform licensed user. And the user names are, let's assume that user manager, user testing, user customer. So these are the 3 users I'm going to create it in the platform. Now, first thing I'm going to create is user development for the Salesforce license. Now come here. What is the first name? First name user. This is a development. Okay, alias is automatically come here. Then email ID. So what I'll do is I'll give some email ID which I have right now. So I'll give this email ID. Right now I'll say this dot. I'll say 17 dev. Okay, I'll say 17 dev. Nickname is automatically Salesforce is going to pre-populate it. Nickname is Salesforce is automatically going to populate it. What is this nickname used for? Display the name for user in online communities. Display name for user in online communities. Okay, then title. Title, let's say that this user is a senior developer. Right? And then we have a company which is called as a MNC company. Right. These are the information. Now, which license do I need to use it? We are going to create Salesforce. And what is the profile?
SIT Salesforce profile.
SIT Salesforce profile. Now, user licenses, we are going to select the Salesforce, and the one which we have created, the custom one profile, that is what we are going to select it here. The role is, it is mandatory, but that's okay if you do not select it also, that should be fine. That should be fine. Now, active checkbox. Active checkbox is decided whether this person, if it is a active equal to true, that means this person should be able to access the Salesforce. In case if I mark this as a uncheck, if I mark this as a uncheck, that means user cannot access my organization. Same thing with the marketing user. In case if we want this user to have access to the marketing user, he wanted to do some kind of a marketing implementation, or this person need to have some knowledge articles, then we have to give the knowledge user true. And in case if we want this person to access all the flows that we have implemented, then we can give the flow user. And right now this user is a sales user. And in case if we want this person should deal with the services also, then it should have a service cloud access. And these all will be, these checkboxes is, most of them are related to which access do we have to provide to this particular user. Okay, data.com user type. There is only one type, which is a data.com user. What is this used for? This is used for a data.com user gets a limited number of records to add or export per month. Unused record addition expires at the end of each month. I never used it, but in case if you select it, there is a limitations for that. Okay, as soon as you select this, the below option is going to enable. So it is going to ask monthly addition limit, how much addition, how many records, how many records to add or export per month, unused records addition. So it is going to give us. So for now, I'm selecting a none. And then if you want a accessibility, only classic view, if you want this user to access only the Salesforce in the classic view, then we can select this classic only. And we have a something called as a while scrolling, like while scrolling, if we wanted to have a lightning component pages to load, then check this. By default, this is a true. So it has to be true. And debug mode, in case if you want a debug mode in the Visualforce page or Lightning or LWC anywhere. So this will give, enable the debug mode to make it easier to debug the JavaScript code from Lightning component. Only enable the debug mode for user who are actively debugging the JavaScript. But when your debug mode is on, then Salesforce is slower for users who have a debug mode enabled. So whenever we enable this, the performance become low. And then if we wanted to have this user to access the quick access menu, then we can enable that. Salesforce CRM by default, it is a Salesforce CRM, so it will be checked. Receive Salesforce CRM content email alerts. By default, it should be true. Receive Salesforce CRM content alerts as daily digest. By default, it should be true. Allow forecasting. So in case if we want any forecasting information to view by this user, then we can check that. And we have it two objects, which is a call center object. Call center object is a standard objects. Now, in case if you want any of this information, like related to this user, if you wanted, if we are not able to connect to this user or something which we are dealing with this user, in that case, if we wanted to this person as a call center user, then we can have link to the call center user. Phone extension, fax, mobile, these are the standard. And then we have an email encoding. In case if we wanted to encode any kind of an email related to this person, we can do that. Employee number, it's kind of a, whenever we join the company will give some employee number to us. So that is some kind of a employee number. We can add it here. In company, what is the employee number that I have? So I can add that employee number here. Individual. Individual is also another object, which is a standard object. Individual is also the standard object. So we can connect that individual object here. Street, city, state, zip code, country, these are all the standard. And next we have a single sign-on. Single sign-on is, for example, you have a multiple applications, maybe 10 applications or 5 applications you have. Using the Gmail credentials only, you wanted to connect all other applications. I do not want user to enter again the credentials for each application. So in that case, what company will do is they will enable the single sign-on. When they enable the single sign-on, without entering the credentials, with just a Gmail connection or some email connection, I can get into that application without entering the password. So whenever the system uses the single sign-on, in Salesforce, we need it for the communities. For the communities, in case if you want a single sign-on, we can turn on the single sign-on. But in Salesforce, whenever they use a single sign-on, two conditions they are going to get it from the user level. One is a federation ID. Federation ID is a unique ID, which is combination of user and email, I guess so. And it can be have any federation ID, whatever the unique number, but it has to be always the unique number for each user. One condition is federation ID, another condition is email. So based on these two information, they are going to implement a single sign-on. And then we have a local setting. Where are we from, like a time zone, local language, everything we can select it. And in case if you want a approval from the manager, as soon as the user record is created, I want approval from manager. Once it is manager is approved, then only the other person can able to access my organization. In that scenario, we can link the manager or delegated approver, or approver request email only if I am an approver, or if you think that somebody else is the approver, we can select that. And then this is the generate a new password and notify the user immediately. In case if you wanted to generate a new password for the user, we can click on this. So this is what the information that I have entered. So let's go ahead and save. Now user is created. Let's go to this. Let's see whether I got it or not. Yes, I got it. Now what I'll do is I'll open this org. Basically, I'll open this. New cognitive. And what is my email ID? This is my email ID. So, okay. Now I have this email is received. That's what I was discussing it. As soon as the user is created, the next step is activating the user account. Activating the user account. Now what happened? I have created the user in Salesforce, right? I have created the user in Salesforce. Now let's go to the company information. Before I was having a one Salesforce license, right? Remaining was one Salesforce license was remaining. Now what happened? There is no remaining. I created it two users. One users for me. Right now I created another user. So this license is whether the user is accepted or not, it doesn't matter. Whether the user is accepted or not, it doesn't matter. As soon as I create a user, the license is going to go for that user. License is go for that user. Either you can see in the company information or you can see the system overview. In system overview, we can see that Salesforce licenses are 100%. Two of them I have used it. Now let's go to the here, click on verify account. When I click on a verify account, it will ask a reset password. When it asks reset password, I have to enter the new password here. Okay, so as soon as the user is enter the password and some security questions, that's how the user is able to log in here. When the user logged in, what are the options that this person can see? This person can see, user development person can see all the details or all the objects, including the standard object, custom object, everything the person can see. Why the person can see everything which is similar like me? What is the reason behind it?
Because of the Salesforce license. System
Because,
administrator profile.
right. So say user development has the license of Salesforce license. Salesforce license is nothing but a which is system admin license. All the access will be given to the user development. All the access is given to the user development. Now let's go ahead and create another user. Now another user, which one are we going to create it?
For platform license.
Platform license, right? So right now the platform licenses, it doesn't show here. Okay. Let's go to the company information. In the company information, the platform licenses we have a 3 and anything used, no. Remaining 3 are there. Now I'll go ahead and create a platform license, which is a user manager. Can anybody give the email ID? Anybody give me the email ID? I need 3 emails. Can anybody give me the email ID?
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is email and let's say this is .17 dev. Okay, so nickname already came. And which license are we going to apply here?
Platform.
Now, is it showing the Salesforce license right now?
No.
It's not showing because license is over. For this org, all the licenses of Salesforce is already used. So that's the reason it is not showing here. No, only the platform license. Now, inside the platform licenses, how many profiles are there? There are 2 profiles are there. Which profile we have created it?
SIT platform profile.
SIT platform. Now let's go ahead and click on save. Okay. Can you check? You might have received it, Raj. Now, in the meantime, let's go ahead and create another user. New. Let's say user testing. And let's give the Amala. Right here, 17 dev. And what is the license? Salesforce platform license and SIT. Now, here it was not there, right? Now it will show only two. Two are remaining. Now here two are remaining, one is used. Now I'm going to create another user with the Salesforce platform. I clicked on is save. As soon as I clicked on is save, let's go ahead and refresh. It will say that one is remaining. One is remaining, two is used. Amala, you might have received an email. Now here it says Salesforce platform, one is used. If I refresh, then it will come two.
I should verify it or I should?
Yeah, verify it. Create an account there.
Okay.
So every time, whenever we create a users, as soon as a user, I click on is save. That means one license is gone for that user. One license is gone for that user. Now, how many licenses are left with us with the platform license? How many licenses do we have with the platform license?
One is left.
Only one is left. Because two, we have already used it. Let me know once you create it.
I created one.
Created?
Yeah.
Can you ping me the password? Username also can you ping me? Okay. Now let's log in as platform licensed user. Let's log out. Verification ID. Amala verification ID. So this is Salesforce platform licensed user. Now let's see Salesforce platform licensed user. Does this person has all the access of mine? First of all, the person cannot see the apps. Which license it is? Platform licensed. Platform licensed will have custom object access, and standard objects are only 5 standard objects we can access. Account, contact, task, event, and document. Only these are the 5 standard objects we can access. If I type opportunities, I cannot have access. If I type lead, I do not have access. If I type case, I do not have access to that. Because platform licensed users will have only 5 standard objects and rest are the custom objects. Why cannot I see the custom objects here? Because I do not have a custom object. Because I do not have any custom objects. This is the new org. This is the new org. All are standard objects. I do not have any custom object here. So that's the reason that person is not able to see. But standard objects, only 5 standard objects, the platform, event, platform license user can see. Only the 5 objects are platform license user can see. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so assignment, do the same. This is the assignment. Assignment is create 2 profiles in your org. Okay, and those profiles are, one is Salesforce licensed, another one is platform licensed. And inside that, create a 4 users. Okay, create a 4 users. We will continue tomorrow about the user management. In the user management, we just covered how to add a user. How to add a user. Tomorrow we are going to cover how to edit the user, how to prevent the user logging in from the Salesforce, how to deactivate the user, how to freeze the user. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. This is the assignment. At least this, I guess everybody should be able to complete this assignment. It's not a big.
Yeah.
Okay. And did I give the interview questions yesterday on from the license?
No, ma'am.
Interview questions. No, interview questions, I guess I have not given starting from the licenses, right?
Yeah.
When the security is started, from that onwards, we do not have any interview questions. Okay, so let's see. What is profile? What is user? What is license? What is organization? What is region? What is server instances? How many organizations can fit in single server instances? What are the different type of profiles? What are the different type of profiles? What is standard license? What are the standard licenses provided by Salesforce for developer edition? How many users can we create in developer edition? Where can we see all the users data? where can we see all license information. So I can write this. What are the different ways to view all license information? How to create custom profile. What is the differences between custom profile and standard profile? What is the relation between license and profile? What is the relation between profile and license? What is the relation between profile to users? What is the relation between user to profile? In order to create user, what are the mandatory information? What are the mandatory fields? How can we decide? How can we decide what user can access? What all components can be controlled by a profile? What all the options can be added in standard profile? How can I delete the standard profile? How many profiles can we create? How many profiles can we create it? How many users can we create in organization? How many users are using your application? what is the differences between region and server instance. How to find my organization server instance. Where can I see all server or all region information? Region or server instance information. As soon as admin creates a user, what is the step taken by user as soon as admin creates user in Salesforce organization? As soon as, how can we see that? Okay, so basically user record is created by only admin or only the developer. Okay, we will talk that more tomorrow. Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
thank you. Yeah, bye.